You've seen the video, but for the first time, we are learning the reaction of the pilot who flew the infamous Harlem Shake flight to San Diego, and he wasn't happy. 10 News reporter Jennifer Jensen has new details on how the pilot responded when a passenger asked him why it was allowed.
It's one thing to watch this video on the internet and quite another to be sitting just inches away as it was happening.
You know, since 9/11, you don't do things like that anymore.
Nearly 5 million people have viewed this video on YouTube as Flight 157 was headed to San Diego from Colorado Springs.
My flight experience is enough to say you don't get up out of a seat in an airplane with the seatbelt light illuminated on, and they did exactly that.
Colorado Springs resident Steve Miller contacted 10 News to say he was upset at what was happening as he sat here in seat 12D. Miller, who is himself a pilot, says he had to comfort the woman on the plane next to him as she began to cry uncontrollably.
She thought we were going to crash.
Then watched as one of the men put his foot on the exit hatch.
He's the one that comes out at the very end, and he was bracing himself on the exit hatch.
That same passenger is sharing with 10 News what he said to the pilot as soon as the plane landed here at Lindbergh Field.
Well, I walked by and I said, what was all that about? And what's going on with the flight deck door? How come they were allowed to be up there? And he just shook his head, and I could tell he was having a kind of intense conversation with the flight attendant.
So he didn't know about it?
I don't, if he did know about it, he didn't realize that many people were going to be involved.
Frontier Airlines maintains that all safety measures were followed and the seatbelt sign was off, but Miller tells 10 News that's simply not true. Although Miller says he will continue to fly on Frontier, it will remain a trip to San Diego he won't soon forget. Near Lindbergh Field, Jennifer Jensen, 10 News.
10 News contacted the FAA today to find out the status of its investigation. We are told they are still gathering information about the flight.